YouTube. What's going on, YouTube? Appreciate y'all watching the video. I decided to make a video this morning because it's something on my mind, and I wanted to talk to y'all about it. You know, I'm on my way to work, so I figured it'd be a good, perfect time to talk about it. So the title of the video is called Wasting Time. So, you know, whether you decide to do something or not, the time gonna come. And it's gonna become a point where you're gonna have all these things you want to aspire to, all these things you're gonna want to do, right? You want to buy a truck. You want to get into another profession. You want to add more drivers. You want to get into real estate. You want to take a night class. You want to get into dancing. You want to talk to this girl that you've been eyeballing across the room for 6 months, but you didn't have the balls to go up there and just talk to her and ask for a number. And so the point of this video, I'm just gonna get to it. The point of this video is that whether you want to or not, the time gonna come. So if it's, let's see, what's today? It's November, right? It's November. It's November 12th, right? You know, Thanksgiving come every year. Christmas come every year. New Year's, 4th of July come every year, right? And so if you don't have no goals, if you don't have any objectives or have a plan or anything that you're trying to aspire to, like, I'm just gonna tell you, you want to sit up here and waste time sitting around wishing you shoulda, coulda, woulda. Because look, 6 months gonna come, a year gonna come, 2 years gonna come, 10 years gonna come, and you're gonna be sitting on the sidelines wishing you would have did X, Y, and Z because you was in your head or whatever the case may be. And you know, I know, like with me, when I started college long time ago, when I originally started college, this was like 2000. Wow. 2000. It was like 2000 when I first started college, right? And it was a new place, right? And I'm bumping into all these new people. Like, I bumped into this one individual, and I would talk to her, and we had some of the same classes. And like, you know, it's funny because she had a mission, she had a plan. She was focused on getting her bachelor's degree in nursing to become an RN, right? And I remember this, what she told me, basically, she ain't got time to be wasting. She trying to get her degree done in 2 to 3 years. And I was like, wow, you know, because I already looked at my coursework and I looked at a plan. I was like, man, it's going to take me 5-6 years to get this degree done, right? But after talking to her, she had a whole plan to get her degree done in like 2 to 3 years. And I was like, man, like, she must be smart and all that. It don't have nothing to do with intelligence. Now that I'm on the other side of it, it don't have nothing to do with intelligence. You just got to set a plan and execute it. That's it. You got to make that your main priority. You can't be doing a whole bunch of other things. You can't be trying to do 50 things at one time. You got to focus on one thing and get it done. And as a young man, shoot, this was 2000. I was 20. 2000, I was 20, what? Yeah, I wasn't even 20. I was like 18, 19. Yeah, I was probably about 19, 20, something like that. Yeah, I was about 19 starting my first year in college. And like, it's crazy because I go back on my Facebook and I notice that all these people have moved on. Not everybody, but a lot of people. And I say that to say, with all this stuff going on in trucking, a lot of people are stagnant right now. A lot of people are stagnant right now. And there's some things that people want to do. And it's just like, in my mind, I'm like, well, just get up and do it, right? I don't want to hear the excuses. I don't done heard all the excuses. We all got responsibilities. We all got bills, blah, 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 blah. The point is that I'm going to just tell you to your face, you just lazy. You just lazy. That's what it is. You know, you just lazy. And I came to that conclusion because me, myself, on this other end of the table, all it took for me to just sit down and focus on one thing. That's all it took. When I started my trucking business, I was laser focused on starting that trucking business. I was laser focused on starting the trucking business. And when I got into real estate, I bought my first property in real estate. I was laser focused on getting a rental property. And when I got it, I was laser focused on getting it fixed up, getting it rehab, getting financing, I was laser focused. I was laser focused on, I would run the truck. Y'all forgot about this. I made videos on this. I was running the truck 3-4 days a week, and I would spend 2 or 3 days rehabbing the property. That was my goal. I would run on the road. When I came home, I would go straight to the rental property and start working on it. I would go to Home Depot, buy some paint. I would paint the walls. It took me a long time to paint that whole house. I paint the inside and I painted the outside. I painted the whole house by myself. I bought a paint sprayer. I went to Harbor Freight and I bought a paint sprayer. And I bought tools. And, you know, if I look back on it, like now that I have experience executing certain types of tasks, and because essentially that's what it is. Most guys, they have trouble executing tasks. They have trouble putting the plan together. And it's fine. And I ain't trying to blame nobody because I'm learning it myself. I don't have any successful folk I don't have successful people in my family. So when we're talking about people, and when I'm talking about being successful, I'm talking about people in my family that are mature, where they put together a plan in their head, they put it on paper, and they put it in writing. They put together a series of tasks, right? And they looked at, okay, a timeline and say, okay, in 6 months, I want to have this done. 2 weeks, I want to have this done. In 30 days, I want to have this done. Because essentially that's what that is. I know in my family, I can't think of a bunch of people in my family that where somebody, I can't really think about anybody in my family where I can call and lean on and say, hey, I need some guidance on this, that, and the third. All my experience comes from outside of my family. And so most of us haven't been taught how to execute and get stuff done. And so I'm just making this video to, inspire you. These are the soft skills. These are the skills that, if you're thinking about getting out of the truck, if you think about getting out of the truck, these are the things you want to leverage. These are the kind of skills. These are the kind of skills you want to leverage when you typing up your resume. These are the kind of skills when you sitting in that interview, you want to express to that hiring manager, yeah, I'm an independent worker. I have demonstrated that I'm able to complete tasks timely. I have demonstrated I'm able to get stuff done. You don't need to look over my shoulder. I did X, Y, and Z. I did this. You know what I'm saying? And so I notice with a lot of guys out here, I bump into a lot of guys out here. They want to do all these grand things. They want to build a trucking business. They want to get into real estate. They want to go back to school. They want to do all this stuff, but they haven't demonstrated, or they're too scared, or whatever the case may be. They just don't. They just don't, And all it is just execution. One task at a time. Because I'm gonna tell you, like I started this video, I'm gonna tell you, time gonna come regardless. Next week gonna come, and then a damn thing you can do about it. And so if you don't take advantage on what's going on this week and put a plan together for this week, or for the next 30 days, for the next 3 months, set goals for yourself and say, okay, in the next 6 months, I'm gonna learn how to code. In the next 6 months, I want to get on the budget. In the next 6 months, I got this $5,000 credit card. In the next 6 months, I want to pay it off. And maybe have some short-term goals, and then have some short-term goals, and maybe some long-term goals to go with it. Because I'm just gonna tell you, I never thought I'd be sitting up here 40-something years old, sitting up here looking at myself in the mirror. You really take it for granted, thinking time just gonna stop for you, and because you don't want to do it, the time ain't gonna come when you could have did it 10 years ago. It would have been done. I'm sitting on the other side, ran a trucking business, bought real estate. I never thought I would be on this side, this far in. Like, wow. Wow. I never thought a day I would be right here. But see, that experience gives me it gives me the perspective to know that I can pretty much accomplish whatever I want to, as long as I put my mind to it. If I put my mind to it, I can do whatever I want. I just got to sit down, put together a step plan, a plan together, and say, okay, and have daily goals on how I need to meet it. How I have to meet those goals. That's it. Simple. A pen and a piece of paper. And then you put it on the refrigerator or you put it up somewhere and you put it on your calendar and have a reminder on your calendar and say, okay, in 30 days, I want to be here. I want to go back to school. I want to get a certification. And then you look up on how to get the certification, right? And if the certification takes 60 days to do it, you just break it down into daily tasks and say, okay, I can complete this task in 60 days. And every 2 hours out of my day, I'm going to do this to complete the task. And you just do 2 hours a day, 2 hours a day, 2 hours a day, boom. In 60 days, boom, you sitting up there with a whole cert. And then you move on to the next task. Okay, I got the cert done. Now I need to look for a job. And now you just one step at a time. But the thing is, a lot of guys just never they just don't. And we have a problem with putting together a plan, putting together a series of plans and setting deadlines and stuff like that so we can get stuff done. That's all it's about, getting stuff done. But anyway, I thought I'd make a quick video on my way to work. I'm at work now, so I appreciate y'all watching the videos. See y'all next time.